Coming to you live, on location, in Virginia, or some undisclosed remote location. The one, the only.
Hey everyone. I'm Lori Kennedy, and today, we're diving into a world where friendship isn't just a word, it's an adventure. Imagine strangers becoming friends through social experimentation and unexpected twists. Sounds wild, right? Wait, what? You're probably thinking, how can this even happen? Well, we sprinkle a touch of humor and heart into everything. Our commentary will have you nodding along, laughing out loud, and sometimes even shedding a tear. We dig deep into what truly binds us together. No way, hold on. We also have panel discussions that'll leave you pondering long after the credits roll. And let's not forget the dance. Yes, dance. Because what better way to celebrate friendship than by moving to the rhythm of life? Our show-stopping dance segments will have you up on your feet, ready to join the fun. So, are you ready to embark on this unforgettable journey with us? Hit that like button if you believe in the power of friendship, and don't forget to share this adventure with your friends.
I forgot to turn on the beta thing, and I forgot to turn on the camera. Good evening. It is the 11th of June, 2025. It's 10:01 p.m. And what you see on the screen there is the strawberry moon. It is the last full moon of the springtime. See if I go over to my... Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. This always happens at the least opportune time. Okay, I don't know how much you guys can hear. Yeah, this happens every time. Okay. There we go. We're fully back. Okay, the strawberry moon happening tonight. Let's turn off the strawberry moon. What? June 10th. 2 more days until Michael's final hearing. Okay. We're not here to talk about Michael tonight. Is he talking yet? Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Can you hear me? I'll reboot everything before I started. I'm going to blame Muckster. He has internet problems, and his problems are contagious. Okay. What you see on my screen is... Go away, comments. Okay. What you see on my screen is one of these gentlemen. This guy spends like the whole day and night on the internet, just restreaming several streams of the protests. He's one of these guys that's convinced that the illegal immigrants are bad people, and that they all should be rounded up and sent away because they're hideous, they're horrendous, they're monstrous. They commit all kinds of horrible, horrible crimes. Yeah, he's one of those. Let's review. That's what I'm here for tonight, is to review the criminal illegal aliens that are so badly tearing apart this country. Let me bring up, there we go. Let me bring up this interview. On the left, shut up, Sean. I didn't say, did I say talk? I did not say talk. Okay. Yeah, internet muckster measles, right. Okay. On the left is Sean Hannity. He's the illegitimate son of Bill O'Reilly and George H.W. Bush. And on the right is Maggot Stephen Miller. He is I think he's the deputy chief of staff at the White House. He's the real-life Josh Lineman for all you West Wing fans out there. And we're going to listen to these two knuckleheads hate on some America. They do love to hate America. No audio on the video? Oh, that might have been from when I was sharing the screen. We really do not want to listen to that jackwagon. We don't want to listen to these jackwagons either, but we're going to because they kind of make my point for me.
Rape that they allowed in, or the cartel members, or the gang members, or the murderers, or the rapists, or the other violent criminals, or the drug dealers. But we stopped.
It paints a pretty clear picture of how evil these non-American immigrants are. Bad hombres.
The influx of illegals. Now we're in the process of trying to find all the people that Biden let in and get rid of them.
What a horrible guy. Biden let all those evil criminals, those thugs, those rapists, those murderers, those drug pushers, those human traffickers, he let them all in and unleashed them on America, right? We'll get there.
That's a Herculean task.
Yes, it's a mammoth task. As President Trump has said, Biden flooded this country with millions.
A little more mammoth than you guys thought, isn't it? Now you need weekend warriors to protect your ICE agents while they kidnap human beings. Y'all are pussies. But let's continue.
Millions and millions of illegal aliens, many of them rapists, murderers, gang members.
Rapists, murderers, gang members. Oh my! Lions and tigers and bears. Oh. I'm getting my fictions confused. Okay. What do you say? Rapists, murderers, and gangbangers. Yeah.
Terrorists, human smugglers.
Terrorists, human smugglers.
Child traffickers, and every kind of criminal and thug that you can imagine on planet Earth. But let's begin by celebrating the Department of Justice has indicted the illegal alien terrorist from Maryland, the so-called Maryland man, who is actually a foreign terrorist from El Salvador, to make him face justice for his monstrous crimes against humanity.
Monstrous crimes against humanity. Bad man. Listen up, bald boy. We're going to hold you accountable for as long as it takes. Amen, nerdy. Amen. Okay. All right, who is he talking about? One of these evil immigrants.
Another huge win for the Trump administration. Thanks to weeks.
Oh, him. Ladies and gentlemen, calm down. That is not Kfar. First time I saw his picture, I thought it was Kfar. It's not Kfar. He's not waiting for me to go to prison. Actually, sadly, he went to prison without due process. This is Mr. Garcia, formerly of Maryland. Now he's somewhere in the prison system waiting his overdue process. He's not getting due process, he's getting overdue process. He's being accused of all kinds of hideous things. Let's see what the Honorable Mr. Miller has to say about him.
Of investigative work, this illegal alien monster is going to be held accountable.
Illegal alien monster. What's he going to be held accountable for, Stephen?
For his terrible crimes.
Terrible crimes. Okay. Tell me more about these terrible crimes.
Against women and children.
Against women and children. Okay. Yep. All right. Victims. Okay.
And then guess what, Sean? After he does hard time in an American jail, guess where he's going? Right back to El Salvador.
Actually, the crimes he's accused of, if convicted, he will be in American jails for 10 years. If convicted, up to 10 years. Trump will be long gone. You'll be long gone. In fact, Mr. Miller, you'll probably be in prison by the time Garcia gets out of prison, if he's found guilty. I'm kind of wondering if you can really get a jury to find him guilty. It's possible because you're trying him in Tennessee. Let me see. You accuse him of committing crimes in Texas. He's from Maryland, and he was transporting people to Missouri. But you're going to try him in Tennessee. You might have picked the jury that you need. I don't know. But let's say worst case scenario. He's found guilty. He does full 10 years in prison. 1, you're going to be in prison. 2, it'll be a new administration. We'll see what happens. And, well, I'm interrupting you, Mr. Miller. You are the Deputy White House Chief of Staff. Let's see what else you got to say. I got to give you some respect for the office.
What do Democrats have to say about this now? They celebrated this guy. They worshiped this guy.
Nope.
They treated him as a hero. Now,
Hold on. We did not treat him as a hero. We treated him as a human being who is constitutionally protected to have due process. Nobody's worshiping this guy. They're just saying he's a human being. He may be flawed. Yeah, he's got tattoos. He doesn't speak good English. Maybe he's guilty of the crimes you're accusing him of. But due process. The worst criminals get due process. What the fuck, Stephen? All right, let's continue.
he's been indicted by a grand jury for committing some of the most heinous crimes I've ever read about.
The most heinous crimes I've ever read about. He's accused of transporting people across state lines who are illegal in the United States. Okay. The most heinous crimes. Okay, we'll come back to that.
He's going to do hard time in our jails, and then he's going back home where he belongs, to El Salvador.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Miller. Now, you're dismissed. In fact, we're going to dismiss you all the way and completely take you off the, removed from the studio. All right. The most heinous, the monstrous crimes. I'm going to share a screen because I had a little time and I checked out, well, what are the most heinous crimes? I don't know what the most heinous crimes are because a lot of crimes are heinous, but violent crimes in the United States of America. Let's first go over the top 10 deadliest mass shooters. These are some bad motherfuckers. Some of them are dead now. The worst mass shooter in American history, Stephen Paddock. Hey, Miller, he's got the same name as you. All right, he's the Las Vegas Strip shooter. October 1st, 2017. This was in Las Vegas, Nevada. He missed Vegas VIPs. Okay, 60 fatalities. He murdered 60 people, and he injured 850 people more. For those who disagree with me that the 5.56 or the 213 is a lot more deadly than the 30-06 or the 7.62, look at these stats. He killed 60 people. Okay, he opened fire from a 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel during a music festival. His citizenship, this is important, United States of America. He was born on April 9th in 1953 in Clinton, Ohio. All right, who's the second worst mass shooter? Omar Mateen. Omar. Oh, wait a minute. Omar. That might not prove my point because, you know, Omar is a foreign name, like Omar Bradley, the last 5-star general. Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. Incident, Pulse nightclub shooting, June 12th, 2016 in Orlando, Florida. He killed 49 people. He's not as bad as Garcia, who transported people across state lines. But he's pretty bad. 49 people, 53 injured. He attacked a gay nightclub in which was considered both a hate crime and a terrorist act. His citizenship, he was born in Hyde Park, New York. The motherfucker's a U.S. citizen. All right. And that's what the motherfucker looked like. All right. Swing Ho Choi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. He did the Virginia Tech shooting in 2007. This was in Blacksburg, Virginia. A lot of people around here had family there. 32 people died at his hands. 17 injured plus 6, not directly from the shooting, but from jumping out windows. All right. College student targeted classrooms across the campus. His citizenship is USA. Now, he was born in South Korea, and he got his citizenship legally. Wait a minute. He's not one of those Mexicans, El Salvadorians, Hondurans, Venezuelans. I don't know. He's a U.S. citizen, but he is an immigrant. So that's one for the immigrants. Okay. And there he is. That's forgive the swing hoi choke. I'm probably mutilating the pronunciation. Okay. The fourth deadliest mass shooter in America, Devin Patrick Kelly. Sounds a bit Irish. Is he an Irish illegal immigrant? Let me see. Sutherland Springs church shooting, November 5th, 2017. He killed 26 people. He injured 22 more. He attacked a Sunday church service with a semi-automatic rifle. Okay. He was born in the United States of America. Oh boy, another American citizen. What are we? We're on the top four. Top four. American citizen. He was born in Hayes County, Texas. Texas. Do we count Texas as an American? Yeah, okay. Texas, okay. And that's his ugly face. Okay. Next is Adam Lanza. Well, don't ask Alex Jones. But to everybody else, he did the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in 2012 in Newton, Connecticut. He killed 26 people. 20 of them were children. But Garcia's crimes are more heinous and more monstrous than anything Miller has ever heard of before. This was in Newton, Connecticut. 2 other people were injured. He killed his mom first. He killed his own mother. But Garcia's is more heinous, more monstrous than this guy. And he was born in, United States of America, Exeter, New Hampshire. Not looking good for the immigrants. I might have to change this drop that I gathered today.
1781. Monsieur Hamilton. Monsieur Lafayette. In command where you belong. Are you saying no sweats? We're finally on the field. We've had quite a run. Immigrants, we get the job done.
Immigrants, you're failing me. So far, I have 5 people more monstrous than your worst immigrant, Garcia. Okay. All right. And Adam Lanza's kind of a goofy-looking fucker. Yeah, I think I might be murderous, too, if I look like that. Wow. That's a scary picture. Okay. Number 6 on the list. Another person who's not as heinous and monstrous as Garcia. George Hennard. He did the Luby's Cafeteria shooting in 1991. This was in Killeen, Texas. Killeen gets a lot of bad. That's where the going postal came from, right? Killeen, Texas. Fatalities, 23. He murdered 23 people in cold blood and injured 27 more. He drove his truck into a cafeteria and began shooting. But Garcia is more heinous, more monstrous than this guy. Citizenship. USA. Killeen, Texas. And that's that ugly motherfucker. All right. Okay. Immigrants, you're failing me. You're failing me. Okay. Salvador Ramos. We got one. Salvador, he's got to be from El Salvador, right? He did the Robb Elementary School shooting in 2022 in Uvalde, Texas. He killed 21. 19 of his victims were children. He killed 19 children, but he's not quite as monstrous and heinous as Garcia, according to Mr. Miller. 19 of these people were children and 2 teachers. What more honorable profession is there than a teacher? This is an elementary school. 19 children. 17 more injured. He was a teenage gunman who entered the school and barricaded himself in the classroom. And by the way, the cops, including the federal cops, were very confused about what to do. Citizenship. Born in the USA, May 16th, 2004, in North Dakota. Fargo, even. Okay. So far, everyone is an American citizen. One immigrant, but legally became a citizen. Okay. Number 8, Patrick Crusius. El Paso Walmart shooting, August 3rd, 2019. Location, El Paso, Texas. Something's going on in Texas. Tell me again how the right to bear and keep arms is making people safer. Anyway, okay, 23 people killed in cold blood, but he's not as monstrous as Garcia. No. Injuries, 23 more. He was motivated by anti-immigrant ideology, but he himself is an American citizen born in Allen, Texas. That's that ugly motherfucker. He was born in the United States of America. All right, where are these monstrous immigrants? Hold on. I'm getting a message from high above the... I'm laboring the point. Okay, all right, fair enough. Dylan Roof, 2015. Charleston, 9 fatalities. He's a white supremacist, and he was born in the United States of America. 9 people who are less heinous and monstrous than Garcia. Okay, John Allen and Lee Boyd Marvel. Now, when I ask AI to give me the top 10, the 10th one is 2 people. These were the tag team fucktards who hit the D.C. area in 2002 when I was doing the marathon. In fact, they caught him just before the marathon. We were a bit nervous. Do we really want to run out there with these snipers going around? John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd Marvel were the D.C. snipers. And that was in October of 2002 in the Washington, D.C. area. They went as far north as Pennsylvania, as far south as, I want to say, Maryland. Injuries, 3. Fatalities, 10. Coordinated sniper attacks over 3 weeks. The older guy, John Allen Muhammad, he was born in New Orleans. He's an American. Finally, immigrants, you give me one. The younger guy, Lee Boyd Malvo, he's Jamaican. No problem, man. Jamaican, man, come through. Are we deporting a lot of Jamaicans? We're not deporting Jamaicans? Damn. Okay, all right. Totals, 11 killers. 10 of them are U.S. citizens. 4 of them are born and raised in Texas. And 1 of them is actually a non-citizen. Actually, I don't know about the kid. He's 40 now. He's no longer a kid. But it's not looking good for the immigrant team on being monstrous, heinous, hideous, evil people. These are Americans. All right. I'm like, okay. Maybe immigrants don't know how to use automatic, semi-automatic rifles. All right. Maybe it wasn't fair of me to hit the mass shooters. What about, hey, GTP, who are the 10 most recent people who did something so heinous, so murderous, so evil that they got the death penalty? Who are the last 10 people to die by the justice system in the United States of America? All right, the 10 most recent, and this is compiled earlier today. I understand there were some that were supposed to be due today. Didn't look into those, but there's 10. All right, Oscar Smith. They offed him in May, and lethal ejection in Tennessee. This evildoer was born in Ohio, USA. Matthew Lee Johnson, he was offed unalived on May 20th by lethal ejection in Texas. I tell you, something's going on in Texas. After committing a store robbery, arson, and murder. He's a citizen born in Dallas County, Texas. I think Texas is the problem, not the immigrants. Okay. Benjamin Ritchie, executed by lethal ejection in Indiana for killing police officer in 2000. He's not as heinous as Garcia. He's an Indiana citizen. He was born in Indiana. Glenn Rogers, May 15th, in Florida. ChatGPT didn't tell me what he did, but apparently wasn't quite as bad as what Garcia is doing. And he's born in Butler County, Ohio. Let me see, the next dude is Jeffrey Hutchinson, May 1st, in Florida. He was born in Alaska. Hey, Nerdy, did you have something to do with this guy? All right, Mikhail Mahdi. Oh, shoot, that name sounded foreign. Nope, he was born in Lawrenceville, Virginia, one of my neighbors. All right. Michael Tanzi, Florida, okay. What's worse, Texas or Florida? Well, I'll tell you, they're both red states. Miami, Florida is where he was born, an American citizen. Edward James, he was executed in Florida for killing an 8-year-old girl, and her grandmother. He was born in Bristol, Pennsylvania. Muxter, I'm blaming you for that one. Okay. Aaron Gunches, forgive the pronunciation if I got it wrong, Arizona. For a murder, he had repeatedly requested his own execution. Okay, maybe he wasn't so bad. He just, hey, guys, would you kill me? He was born in Carlsbad, California, an American citizen. Jesse Hoffman Jr., executed by nitrogen in Louisiana. I can't pronounce it. Hypoxia, marking the state's first execution in 15 years. So, all the illegal immigrants in Louisiana, the one guy who committed a crime heinous enough to off was a citizen born in Louisiana. Are there any more? That is the top 10. All right. But these people who somehow were judged to deserve to die for the crimes, they're not as bad as Stephen Miller's Garcia. I'd say immigrants are not getting the job done. Oh, dang me, dang me, dang me. I had prepared a drop. Yeah. All right. I screwed that up. Well, that's what I wanted to put out. We are demonizing people not born in America. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Bullshit, 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 yada, yada, yada. And right now, we got National Guardsmen protecting ICE agents while they arrest little boys, little girls, people who are not committing heinous murderous crimes. Look out, Finkel is going to put out. Not for free. You're going to have to pay. All right. I'm going to put out the invite. If anybody wants to come up and talk about it or anything else, that's what I wanted to put out today. Thank you, Muxter. I put the link if people want to have a discussion in the chats, and probably a lot less, but I'll go as far as 90 minutes, no more than 90 minutes. But tell me again how these illegal immigrants and sometimes legal immigrants are so hideous. It's a TARP. It is a TARP, yes. Darth Scipio, I think you're giving Texas way too much credit for how many brain cells it has. Look at Abbott. Well, Texas is the only state. There's one territory too, but Texas is the only state that puts its Google Map rating on its flag. Okay, I hope it's a blue tarp. They look like swimming pools from the air. Right, that's how they used to cover up the marijuana, isn't it? With blue tarps. Yeah. People getting high down there by that pool. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, let's face it. While all our law enforcement officials, HSI, FBI, Secret Service police, and now the National Guard, the Marine Corps, are making an effort to focus on the illegal immigrants. What are we doing? We're deporting them. What did Mr. Miller say he's going to do to Garcia after he was found guilty and serve his time in jail? He's going to send him back to El Salvador. Tell me, if you're tough on crime, why are you focusing all the crime resources on the immigrants who are not in the top 10 mass shooters? They're not in the top 10 people who deserve, according to the justice system, to be to face the capital punishment. I don't get it. Meanwhile, all these federal police resources are being focused on that. People are still robbing banks. People are still, a lot of farmers are worried about getting harvested. By the way, I spent a lot more on a 2-year-old central air conditioning system And I'm wondering what the hell, the parts aren't imported, it's not tariffed. What's going on? I live in Fairfax County, Virginia, and people who look like me in Fairfax County, Virginia don't want to do AC work. It is manual labor. We don't do manual labor. Who does manual labor? The people who look and sound like Mr. Garcia. And they know it's dangerous for them to go home to home servicing people's air conditioners. Go, guess what they do to make it worth the risk that they're going to be deported without due process to El Salvador, or now they're shipping people off to Africa. It's going to cost. They will put their lives and livelihood on the line, but you're going to have to pay. So if you look like me and want to work behind a computer and sometimes sleep on shift because you don't want to do manual labor, you're going to pay for that manual labor. Finkel, seriously, who's going to pick out the fruit and work the farms? Exactly. If you arrest my air conditioner guy, it just won't be expensive. It'll be me sweating my ass off. I don't like to sweat. I like my air conditioning. I like my keyboard. I like my monitor. I like being able to sleep on shift. I'm with you, Darp Scipio. How do you pronounce that? I think piecework usually. Piecework. All right. Well, I can reach out for a little bit, but I think I got the message out I wanted to get out today. And oh shit, there goes the neighborhood. Muxer is on the stage.
I don't know if I can stay and be heard, but you didn't see piecework is when you're paid by the item, like how many bushels of apples you pick.
Oh,
that's sort of instead of an hourly wage.
That's true. I opened up with tonight is the strawberry moon, the harvest moon of the strawberry season, the last full moon of spring. Who's going to pick those strawberries? Hey, Ariel, we need you to pick the strawberries. I'm kidding. How you doing, nerdy? Quit my bitching. Americans aren't happy unless they're bitching. Left or right, everyone's on YouTube bitching tonight. The right-wingers are bitching that we're favoring the criminals. And the left-wingers are bitching that you're killing America. Well, they actually are killing America. We got National Guardsmen and Marines protecting ICE agents. So ICE agents and SIS agents and borders, so that they can arrest people without due process. They can break into a restaurant, a church, a school, without any evidence that there's something going on in there, and just start checking people for the papers. And if they don't have the papers right there with them, they're going to the detention center. And you wonder why people are up in arms? Well, up in fireworks.
So you know, I told you I've been watching that series Andor, if anybody has seen it. And today I watched season 2, episode 8. And guess what it was about? Don't bother, I'll tell you.
Okay.
And you know, this episode had to be filmed, you know, at least a year ago or whatever.
Right.
It was about the evil empire creating a situation and faking a violent demonstration on a planet so that they could come in and kill the people and take over.
That is it sounds like I don't know, is life imitating fiction or is fiction imitating life? So we have the new Trump memes in a whole brand new crop. We've got him wearing bionic leg braces. Oh yeah, I'm hearing he's got some medical problems that they're trying to hide. On the main Finkel channel, on the post or the community panel, I did a political cartoon. Trump's got a flamethrower. He says, "I'm here to fix the problem." And someone said that, would they say, tell us you're for the criminals without saying you're for the criminals. I'm like, come watch my show tonight. We'll talk about the criminals. 7.5 million homeless Americans, and this guy is crying about strawberries? I'm kidding. I don't have it. Yeah, for shame. Have you no compassion for your fellow suffering Americans?
And
Do you
whenever
have
I see
strawberries?
people
Are you
say
gonna
stuff
share?
like that, when I see people say stuff like that, oh, you're worried about these people and there's homeless veterans, I say,
I,
what are you doing for the homeless, first of all? And even if you
oh,
are, what the hell are the Republicans doing for them?
oh. Guess where Holly's taking me tomorrow?
To a homeless shelter? She's tired of your bullshit? She's dropping you off and
That's next week. Tomorrow, there's a traveling smaller version of the Vietnam Memorial, and they're setting up at the the Washington Masonic Memorial in Alexandria, and she's going to take me to that grand opening. They're going to be there for a while. So, yes, the Vietnam veterans who have for years done an annual thing on June 14th at the main memorial in D.C., they have a secondary place to go, not far from D.C. actually. Some commodities are picked by piece rated, while others are paid by hours, depending on which is worked better for the worker. I don't know.
and you
I
and
just
you
go to the
see what
grocery store. You
you see what he did there? You see what he did there?
Me or
I'm
Dart?
Darth. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure I wrote down piecework as in, two fingers in the air. Peace. Peace, bro.
peace.
Yeah.
Not
That's
to be
just the kind of
confused
thing
with.
that I would have mocked somebody for. It's peace, not peace. But
All
he
right.
just had to say it. No, but thanks for the correction.
There are, what about blueberries? When I was younger, we used to go blueberry picking. They'd give
Oh
us
yeah.
these empty buckets, or we'd bring our own. They'd weigh them, and then we'd pick blueberries, and then they'd weigh them. And Mom always found those cheaper to get them that way. Make the boys work, and we'll have blueberries all winter.
We just
Uh,
had them growing wild around here. We just cross the street and go up on the hill and fill up a bucket and bring them home, and you'd eat about half of them on your way home, and then your mother'd make some blueberry pie. My
mm,
my favorite's
my
actually
mom.
blackberries.
Oh yeah, black or I don't know a raspberry from a black raspberry from my blackberry. But when Holly and I went to West Virginia, they were wild. I was just picking them and eating them. Yeah. There are what 30, 40, 50 million illegal aliens. Some have been here decades. Yeah, and they're contributing to society. So I don't know why we're focusing. We're getting distracted from the real criminals and going after these guys because they crossed the border illegally.
Well, and you know who a lot of those people that have been here for decades are. They're people that came here on a student visa and overstayed.
Right.
They're not people who swam across the Rio Grande and, like you say, they're working and contributing.
Americans are dying in record numbers, and the Great Replacement Plan is bringing in illegals to replace Americans. Are we joking, or are you actually propagating that, that line?
That
It's just
that's
natural politics.
another one that I keep seeing these people saying, well, the Democrats just want them here because of the votes. They can't vote, you morons.
You know, every Venezuelan family that Holly and I know around here that could vote, voted for Trump. And when we asked them why, because they seem kind of fairly liberal folks like we are, we asked them why. Oh, because we just got away from a socialist dictator in Venezuela.
Sorry.
What's that got to do with it? Well, the Fox News is telling us that Biden's a socialist dictator. Okay, fast forward to now. They've lost their temporary protective status, and they're all getting shipped back home to their socialist dictator.
There's one I hadn't seen before, the homeless industrial complex.
Which is by the homeless industrial complex. Oh, that's a new one on me too. All right, Darth. Some homeless are alcoholics, drug addicts. Some have mental issues, and some are plain lazy. There are professionals who are alcoholics and drug addicts, and are plain lazy. I'm a recovering
There are,
alcoholic, and I'm pretty fucking lazy.
there are homeless people living in cars and going to work just because they can't afford enough to rent an apartment.
Right. And my pockets are empty today, yes. My air conditioning repair was very expensive. It's not complete yet. I'm still sweating, and it was very expensive because white people don't want to do the work, and brown people are afraid to do the work. So if you're going to get them to do the work, you're going to pay for it. Anywho, we have 14 in the audience. So I guess that's about average for us. And that was my brainstorm of earlier today when I was watching the air conditioner guy work, drinking my lemonade. I was thinking, just how evil are these immigrants? How dangerous? Yeah.
Did you see your stable genius made a statement today that the many lives that have been lost in the Los Angeles riots are all on Governor Newsom's head? And I told him so when we talked on the phone.
How many fatalities?
There have been no lives lost, and Newsom said we haven't talked.
The only snippet I heard driving back from the meeting tonight on WTOP News. By the way, if you're watching the DC area or online, WTOP is our local news station, and Trump was talking at some event at Fort Bragg. Something he started the birthday celebration a little bit early, and he claims he's renaming the old Confederate named posts back to their old names: Fort Polk, Fort Benning, Fort blah blah blah. Yeah. And he says because we've won many battles at those bases.
Yeah.
And what scared me is people were cheering him on, and he's on a military base. We won battles at Fort Polk, Fort Stewart, Fort Benning. We won battles there. Well, Fort Polk. Oh yeah, Fort Polk is the training center. Okay, they won miles battles, simulated battles, or lost.
How many of those people, though, that were clapping were doing it under their own volition?
America is under foreign enemy occupation. Zionists have stolen our country. Louis Farrakhan was right. Well,
okay, I haven't said this to anybody all day, but fuck you, Alpha Lady.
Well, that's not nice. But if Zionists are the thieves of our country, why are we exporting brown people? Aren't Zionists usually white? Jew America. By researcher Kevin. I haven't read it. I don't really plan to read it. America is under foreign enemy occupation. Yes, you're right. Actually, America is under foreign enemy occupation. The Trump presence is actually a Russian asset. The Miller is a Russian asset. Elon Musk is a Chinese asset. But I don't know what the Zionists have to do with it. But okay. Yeah, this subject is beyond my expertise. Well, Mr. Carey, you could sing for us.
Never really thought of it before.
Yeah.
But, I've worked for a lot of companies. And I have never worked for one owned by a Jewish person.
Oh, you haven't lived till you worked for a Jewish employer.
My local bank is not run by Jewish people, but, they're in charge of all the money. You can tell because they got them big noses and stuff. Yeah.
I think our department has the Red Cross. Well, years ago I worked at the American Red Cross, the national headquarters, not the chapters. And I think somebody in our chain of command was Jewish because every now and then they'd feed us snacks of bagels. I'm understanding that I guess if you eat bagels, you're Jewish, or if you serve bagels, you're Jewish. What do I know? Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian asset. Yes. Did you see that bunch of garbage she put out about Hiroshima? No, but I'm familiar with the fact that she puts out garbage along with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Stephen Miller and Donald Trump and well, you named the cabinet member of Trump's current cabinet. Yeah, they put out bullshit. No intelligence here. Sad. I'm sorry, Alpha. If you leave wherever you go, there'll be no intelligence there either. If you think about it, you'll get what I'm saying. Hey, you're welcome to set the record straight if you want to come up and explain to us what we're getting wrong.
He doesn't mean to be condescending to you, Alpha Lady. Was it Alpha Lady? Or was
Alpha
it? Yeah.
Lady.
I had to lean forward to read. He didn't mean to be condescending to you. We don't condescend to people. And by the way, condescend means talk down to.
Oh, okay. Alpha Lady, he doesn't condescend anyone. All right. Have you watched any of the coverage of LA today? I heard that the National Guard is now protecting the ICE folks from while they make their arrests.
Yeah.
What kind of pussy law enforcement needs protection while they make arrests outside of their own unit? Your pussies, ICE. ICE, your pussies. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
I just clicked here and there. I did see we had this discussion on Facebook, and somebody said that there were several reporters hit by rubber bullets that weren't caught on film.
Oh, yeah. Well, we went over one last night. She was intentionally shot. And people argued with me that, well, she shouldn't have been there. Where she should be other than the designated media spot. I mean, ICE was facing forward to about a half a block away where the protest was forming. And she was off 90-degree angle. And the ICE agent turned directly at her, aimed at her, and shot at her. She wasn't at the wrong place at the wrong time. She was a victim of assault. Why, LAPD, why have you not arrested that agent?
Well, the thing is, she was in the wrong place because we shouldn't be having any kind of independent news people down there. We want to get all our information from the White House so that we know that it's reliable. Like, State TV, known as Fox.
Like Tim Pool?
Yeah.
Tim Pool, you're a fucking moron and a Russian asset. And no, that's just not my template for anyone I don't like, Russian asset. Tim Pool actually received $100,000 per show from Russia to talk shit about America. That's a Russian asset. Literally, you're getting paid by Russia to do what they want you to do.
I can't remember if we talked about this. Did you see where new federal employees now have to write an essay praising all the great things Trump has done?
I didn't see that, but I heard it was in the planning. I have friends who work for the federal government. They were briefed by their respective bosses that when Trump becomes president, you're going to have to sign a loyalty oath to the president.
Oh, by the way, I didn't look it up because until, an hour ago or however long you've been, about 45 minutes ago, until I reset my computer and router and everything. Yeah. My internet was crappy again all day, but I saw somebody mention that page 555 of Project 25 said one of their things was bring in the military to control the American populace.
Yep. Bingo. Exactly. I didn't know what page it was on, but yeah, I do remember that little tidbit of wonderful information. I'm very disappointed in the California National Guard. I really thought that they would honor the Constitution. A Social Security Administrator employer is scared to lose her job. She told me over the phone when they called to update information with me. Yeah, that's how they stay in power, is through fear. It is scary. I'm saying we got to stand up. We got to do what LA's doing. We have to stand up. I did a little thing yesterday after our live stream. I was tossing and turning, couldn't sleep. Everywhere that is red district, upstate New York, Missouri, everywhere where they kidnap and detain a beloved member of the community, and the community picks up their picket signs and chants and demands release, they're getting released. This thing in LA is deliberate. They want to own the blue cities. The plan actually includes, LA is just the first, but the plan includes LA, Chicago, Houston, and New York City, and I believe St. Louis. Major cities strategically across the country that are blue strongholds. I'm surprised Fairfax County is not on there. It's crazy, man. I think, what's her name? The seven's on the end? Alpha Lady? I think she left.
We weren't smart enough for her.
Yeah, that chick was serious. Conspiracy theorists. I started picking up this after 9/11. People were saying that they weren't airplanes, they were missiles, and the people, the passengers, were found on some remote island somewhere, and blah 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 blah. I started realizing that people come up with these conspiracy theories about pizza restaurants with basements where they're doing child sex labor. There's something missing in their lives that they can't connect to society, and they're going down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories, of total. What's this?
Trump Keep talking. I just brought it up.
Okay. Well, I noticed that there's a common denominator amongst these people, the QAnon types, or the 9/11 conspiracy theorists, or they buy the total bullshit because there's something missing in their real lives, and they're reaching out for something that doesn't make sense to make sense of everything else that doesn't make sense. I'm going to read this. Jim Mattis, that's Mad Dog. He says, Trump is the first president in my lifetime who does not try to unite the American people. 4-star General, Marine Corps, Jim Mattis. He was also the Secretary of Defense. 4-star General, Marine Corps, John Kelly, former Chief of Staff. I think we need to look harder at who we elect and put them through the filter. What is their character like? What are their ethics? Well, thanks, Mr. Kelly, and Mathis. Both of you knew Trump in the first administration. Why are you speaking up now? Okay. 5-star Admiral. What? Mike Mullen. I'm going to have to check into that. I don't think there are any 5-star admirals, but I have to date being reticent to speak out on issues surrounding Trump's leadership. But we are at inflection points. Okay, I'm kind of questioning this because there haven't been any 5-star admirals since World War II. The last 5-star rank holder was Omar Bradley, and he died in the 70s, I believe. And something new's happened. I don't know, 5-star admiral. Okay. 4-star General, U.S. Army, Martin Dempsey. This one I don't know. America is not a battleground. Our fellow citizens are not the enemy. Thank you, General. Those top two are absolutely right, but why didn't you speak up? Come on. You're military leaders. You know that you have to speak truth in the face of power. Why didn't you speak the truth when you were in the administration? I'm questioning this 5-star admiral guy. Where'd you get
Yeah,
that?
I'm Googling it now, and it said the last 5-star admiral was Bull Halsey.
That's Halsey. He was World War II, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was commander of the Pacific Fleet.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know.
Yes, that kind of makes you question the whole thing, doesn't it?
It could be a typo. You know, I copied stuff from Chat GPT when I put my thing together, and there were several times I clicked. I could see 4 and 5 right next to each other. I hope that was the case. Whoever put that.
Well,
together.
that's true. I should have Googled his name, but it's gone now. Maybe it would have said 4-star admiral.
Ariel, I need you to fix my air conditioner at the old prices before brown people were threatened.
Well, the thing with Ariel is you pay him by the finger.
Pay what?
Pay him by the finger.
By the finger?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, because he's missing about 3 of them.
I know a 10-star officer. Well, I knew a guy at the 7-Eleven who claimed to be a 6-star general.
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
I used to give him money. Oh, you met him? But I didn't video him.
Yeah, you had him on video one time.
Oh,
way back.
I regret doing that.
Yeah, it was before you were enlightened.
Yeah.
By the tattooed lady.
Oh, right. It was, yeah. When you turned me on to Hot Miss Summer, you pointed out that when she goes out and helps people, she turns the camera down when she's engaging them, so not to put their face on there. Oh, I own amends to the 6-star general behind the 7-Eleven. If I showed his face on YouTube. But,
$100 an hour. Holy crap.
Was it? Hey, I got to fix mine. Is a white dude, and he charged me $100 an hour. See, he's a lot cheaper than you brown folks who are literally risking your lives and livelihoods to come out and fix my shit because I didn't pay attention in shop class, so I know how to fix it myself.
I just decided if I hit the lottery, I'm not buying a house. I'm just going to keep renting and let somebody else worry about it.
Let me tell you, I miss the days when I could say, "Hey, landlord, the roof. Hey, landlord, the hot water heater. Oh, by the way, when the hot water heater, the carpet. Oh, and the air conditioner." And yeah, Holly had the right idea. She's on the 3rd floor in a 9-floor condominium style apartment complex. Of course, sometimes she doesn't get the shit fixed when she needs it, but she says, "Hey, landlord, the power's out." Yeah, man. So I saw earlier in the chat that Mr. Fraud Wrangler is being sentenced in 2 days.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I hope it's a nice long sentence. No, wait. Because he's not as bad as these illegal aliens who, cross the border? Ooh, scary stuff. Anybody watching doesn't know Fraud Wrangler is the murderer of a U.S. Marine veteran. But Garcia is more hideous than Kaiser. Oh, yeah, my point that I forgot to wrap it up with is, if these people are so monstrous, why are they being shipped out? Why aren't we putting them in jail and, in some cases, injecting them with lethal, electric chair, lethal injection, firing squad in some cases, gas? If they're so hideous, why are we just shipping them out?
Well,
Are we soft and kind?
Ariel's hideous, and we let him live.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was looking for the word heinous. Miller said heinous.
Oh,
Heinous and
okay.
monstrous. And because I'm old and tired, I couldn't recall that H word. It's not hideous, it's heinous. Hideous is my ex-wife. Heinous is apparently Mr. Garcia, a 10-star general. See,
Carrie's just
Patton
catching
raised
up.
you a... Oh, yeah.
Hey, Carrie, hit the live button.
You'll see that in a few minutes. All right. Took me a while, Ariel. All right. Bad news. Or maybe I shouldn't be doing it now, because a lot of people, when they turn on the YouTube, they go right to the live. There's 1,000 YouTube channels live streaming the activity on the ground in Los Angeles and now New York City, I'm hearing. But I'm testing little tweaks, adjustments that are supposed to get you more viewers. Twidget.
Boy, that doesn't quite seem right. Twerking? I know twerk is the ass thing dancing, but we're
right.
Twerking the system a little. That doesn't sound quite right. I'm thinking. It's
Twerking is what I do on my TikTok.
Yeah. Tweak. Yeah, tweak. It wasn't tweet. It wasn't twerk. It was tweet. Tweak, rather.
Tweak.
We're tweaking it.
I tried to follow the YouTube professional suggestions on putting it out there early, letting it fester, having all the tags, and I still get 10 to 14 viewers. Okay. Tweak. Yeah. I like twerk better. Twerk's a nicer word. We'll go with tweak. Oh, and apparently Mr. Carey is pretty much caught up now because, yeah.
I think he was just slow to catch what Ariel had said before. Which is so odd for Carey to be slow. Well, you got to send it through the translator and all that.
Oh, right.
By the way, Ariel, that show I've been watching, Andor, I've noticed a lot of the episodes are directed by a guy named Ariel.
What's the name of that show?
Andor.
For anyone who doesn't know, Muxter's getting paid $100,000 a show to mention Andor on the show.
You know, I still haven't gotten a dime from goddamn Ovaltine.
And you've been plugging them pretty hard on your history thing. What's going on here? Escalation requests. Hey, what's going on here? Can you guys hear me? Because my phone's not picking up my internet. You guys can hear me, right?
I still hear you.
All right. What if I use my work phone? Okay. It's the time of night where I check in and see if my coworker is needing coverage or not. And team chat. There we go.
Oh, Carrie, I love those dill pickle cashews.
Ooh, yeah. Loves me some cashews. Well, this is interesting. He hasn't logged on to work, and there is a major incident escalation.
Could the two possibly be related?
No.
Yeah, if you ever see those dill flavored cashews, boy, they're good.
There's apparently a delay in my Teams because that escalation is at 10:02 a.m. It's 11:03 p.m.
Oh, I didn't know I had mentioned them on the air there, Carrie. I really don't pay attention to the shit I say. Or the shit Finkel says.
Yeah, well, you beat me to it. Muxer promoted those cashews. He's not getting $100,000 a show for the cashews, but for the Star Wars spinoff, he is. All right. 15 of you out there, and I keep resending the invite. If you guys if you don't want to have a conversation, I'm going to take my ball and go home. All right, I'm going to put it out there again. There we go. That's StreamYard link. If you all want to come have a conversation, I might. I just might. I might go out and smoke a cigarette.
I cannot believe that I'm actually online.
What
I'm
kind
getting,
online?
you know, I wish my internet would just stay screwed up because it'd be less frustrating. You know what I mean? Instead of giving you these moments of hope.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like your air conditioner. It's warm out there. It's in Alexandria, Virginia. It's 71. Why is it so warm in here? Feels a lot warmer than that. Oh.
Hey, I got to tell you, by the way, and I know I commented it on your video, but I think I'm about 85% serious. If I had a big channel and Russia came in and said, "Are you willing to sell your American soul for $100,000 an episode?" I'd be like, "Yeah, show me the money."
And you know, you'd get a lot of support from maggots.
Yeah.
Make America great again. Patriots. They yeah, Muxter's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we thought he was one of those damn libtards, but now he's starting to make sense.
Ariel got his internet to work finally after 2 or 3 hours when he called them. Oh, you have to call them first.
I still haven't gotten my new what do they call it, gateway. I'm gonna have to call them about that because I have a feeling it's still not going to work right after that. But they said when you get the new gateway, that'll fix everything.
Well, now I have visited you in the past, and unless you have a fence, the gate's not going to do any good. Did you put the gate up? People are just going to walk around it.
Yeah, Comcast calls it a gateway, nerdy. It's got the router and everything, you know, just in one little box.
Oh, you mean so you don't fall the stairs? You put that gateway at the top of your stairs so you don't fall. Okay. Yeah, I had those for my kids when they were babies. Okay.
It keeps
it's 11:07 p.m.
It also keeps the puppies from escaping from the kitchen overnight to shit on your carpet. Those gates.
Ariel has troubleshooted your problem.
You know,
he fixes his, pay the bill.
It hasn't happened for a while, but there was a time there when, like, if my total Comcast went down, not just the internet or the TV, I'd be sitting there going, when did I last pay the bill?
Oh, your cable and internet are on the same wire?
Yeah.
Optic? Okay.
Used to be my landline too.
Ah, all right. All right. That takes me back a few years. All of my TV is streaming, so yeah. So I guess you could say the same for me. Cable. Yeah. I remember back when we had a cable company that you could bring up text on information, and we thought, oh, that was so cool. And they said soon your cable company and your internet company will be the same company. I'm like, that'd be pretty fucking cool. And now it's actually standard in it.
I did not know that, Ariel. I had no idea Gateway was still in business. I can remember the infamous cow boxes.
Yeah, I got really pissed off when I first got out of the Army. Gateway had a store. They had a brick and mortar store here in Springfield. And I ordered a computer. And it was delayed. And it was delayed. It was a custom computer, of course. It's a piece of shit now if you think about it, what we have today. But in 1998, it was considered state of the art that I was ordering. but they kept delaying it. And finally I said, at one point, I'm like, with all these delays, is there some kind of compensation? Do I get a discount or maybe a discount on another purchase or anything? Nope, it's just delayed. I'm like, well, maybe you should cancel my order then if that's the way you're going to be. And they said, okay, and they canceled the order. And so I was very happy to see that brick and mortar go out of business. I didn't know they were still in business. Were they online or?
Well, whenever I got them, it was just an online. I told the guy the one time that the Gateway should be giving me a commission because I sold so many of their computers.
Mm.
There was a time early on in the computer age when I was one of those people that people would consult about stuff.
Mm.
But then it all kind of went past me. But in the early days, I had computer knowledge.
I was pretty hot shit on my first help desk job because I knew how to reboot. I knew how to run a spell check in MS Word.
Did I ever tell you? And if I did, don't stop me. I'll just keep talking.
Okay.
One of the stupidest conversations I was ever in, and it's one of those conversations where it's so stupid as you're having it, you're thinking to yourself, why am I still in this conversation?
All right.
And it wasn't, somebody talking about, Republicans are going to save the world or whatever. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do with early days of internet and stuff. And one of the Gateway computers I sold was to my friend Ellie, who didn't know a whole lot about computers. And this was back, this was still the 28K, maybe 14K modem, you'd have to hook up through. Anyway, there was this local internet company that I had got the internet through for the library. This was before you had any of the big national names and stuff. But anyway, so she had talked to them and set up her name and password. And I went up and helped her get everything hooked up and working, and it would not log in. So I called that internet company, which, by the way, their initials were CIA. And I remember one time, one of my other friends said there was all kind of internet problems. She said something about firebombing the CIA office, and I said, you don't want the NSA picking that out of a message. But anyway, I call over to CIA and I asked for Jay. Jay wasn't there. And this other guy, and I said, well, we're having trouble logging in. And I forget, obviously, what the password and stuff was, but let's just say it was the username was Finkel. And the password was Carrie Lover 45. Okay. And I said, okay, yeah, it's Carrie Lover 45. I said the numerals 45. And he goes, right. He says, like the Roman numerals. And I went, well, no, actually it'd be Arabic numerals. Roman numerals would be IVV. And he goes, anyway, to make the story short, probably 15, 20 minutes until Ellie said, just give up. I sat there arguing with the guy about Arabic and Roman numerals because it was one of those things, one of my least favorite things, is when somebody is obviously wrong and they're the one being condescending and talking to me like I'm stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It'd be like if you were sitting here saying to me, well, yeah, the capital of Pennsylvania is Scranton. And I'd be like, well, no, actually it's Harrisburg. No, it is Scranton. You know what I mean? Anyway, I hate those conversations. I've had them before.
Oh, yeah, like I'm in Panama. I'm a Navy veteran. I'm in the Army. I passed two guys arguing about whether we're in South Africa or North Africa. Like we're in America. You guys should be arguing about if we South America or North America. You know what the fuck you're talking about? We're in Africa. I'm like, okay. But if you're in Alaska, the heating assistance program is wait till June, it'll get warmer.
I'll tell you one thing about Pennsylvania, those kind of programs, usually a couple of days. They get right on. Like, I remember, I think Carrie was having a hell of a time. Was it Carrie or no, someone else? Having a hell of a time getting their Medicaid. And I know people in Pennsylvania, it's just like, oh, they'll say, you have food stamps? Yeah. Well, then you qualify for Medicaid, you know, boom.
Right.
You know, it's not like, I'll tell you while I was talking about though, another one of those condescending conversations I had the one time.
Where you had to explain it to them?
Well, it was, somebody talking to me like I was a moron when they were the one who was wrong.
Yeah.
It was at I think a Christmas Eve dinner. And my brother's then mother-in-law was there, who was a nice enough lady. I was talking something about church. And said something about the, I can't remember if she mentioned the Episcopal or she mentioned the Anglican. How'd she say it? She said like in Anglican church. And I said, you know, I've wondered at times, is the Episcopal and the Anglican church the same? You know, because don't tell Summer, but I went to college. So I happen to know that Anglican refers to England.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she says to me, no, the Anglican church is different. And of course, being a holiday dinner and it being my sister-in-law's mother, I didn't bother strangling her and going, it's got nothing to do with angels, you stupid bitch. Anyway.
Almost died from that. What? It took me forever months to, you know, I almost died from that. What am I missing here? I figured I would have heard it back.
He's talking about the insurance thing.
Oh, okay.
It was him that was having so much trouble getting his insurance straightened out.
And Carol, who has a Aurora Borealis avatar, says, huh? I'm not sure what we're hawing to. Someone in chat or something Muxer said or something I said.
Probably has something to do with Carrie. He has that effect on everybody.
That's true. Is he still here?
He just walks in. He walks in the room and people go, huh?
Huh? I am tired, and if nobody's going to come up and entertain me, I think I'm going to log off and go to bed. I went through your videos 2 times. I know you brought the cashews on the live when I was on panel. Yeah. I feel like they are pretty good. Cashews? Yeah. Are we talking about me or?
Me. I should go on Amazon and get some of those, actually.
Carol fell into the chat. Fell in the chat. Huh? I'm saying, huh? Yeah, I'm apparently tired and lethargic, so I think
that's not only redundant but repetitive.
Between you and Holly, you guys are killing me.
I was one of those. I mean, there were so many. You can't really say a favorite line from West Wing, but you remember you just said 3 words that mean the same.
Yeah. But I think the comeback was pretty good because the other person did the same thing.
Yeah.
I remember. I think it was Sam and CJ.
It was definitely CJ. I think it was Sam.
Yeah. Oh man, you watching too much West Wing just like me. All right.
Well, not nearly as much as you.
It's more entertaining than all that shit in LA.
You know something else I just rewatched? although I didn't watch it beginning to end because I skipped the first season,
Mhm.
and part of another season was NYPD Blue. And that was another Aaron Sorkin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it was a good one, going from beginning to end to see the development of the main character.
Eric, Nordy's saying goodnight. Take care, everyone.
Let's see, Nerdy.
Oh, you know what? I'm confusing it with Hill Street Blues.
That was David Lee Kelly, I think. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, Sorkin must have been involved with that too. Or it was Sorkin. I think Sorkin was in one because it was like the same people. It was like Hill Street Blues was really good, and then they came along with NYPD Blue, and it was like, oh, this is really good because it just anyway. Although they did another one called Beverly Hills Bunce, who was a character from Hill Street, and also the actor was the main guy in PD Blue, but that one sucked. But they did one that was even worse. I can't think of what it was called, but they tried to do like a musical version of Hill Street Blues.
Yeah. One of our chatters, I think it goes by Mr. Wilson. He was the actor who did the briefings. When he released them, he said, "Hey, people, be careful out there." How you doing, Mr. Wilson?
Well, that was in the first episode of that musical one. Well, I can't remember what they called it, but the sergeant did his morning brief and then sang, "Let's be careful out there."
Oh, no.
Anyway.
I luckily missed that. Okay. All right.
It's weird. I keep hearing myself echo from my headphones because they are listening to YouTube.
Oh, okay. They're listening to us, or you?
No, to us. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna
YouTube open so I could go over there and comment, and people wouldn't think it was you, and that sort of thing. Anyway, go have a cigarette, go to bed.
Yeah.
Quit annoying people.
Take my warfarin. My elderly neighbor just got out of the VA hospital and now spraying his peaches on his tractor.
Why does he have his peaches on his tractor? It seems kind of silly.
That is silly. Good night, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. And cheerio.
And audio serial.
What he said.